Well, a turtle can't be a ninja. At least, not as we imagine it. You've probably got a pretty locked-in image of what a turtle is supposed to be. Slow, chill, maybe a little boring. But get ready to have that idea wrecked. These are 15 turtles you seriously won't believe even exist. Number 15. Pig-nosed turtle. At first glance, the pig-nosed turtle feels like nature's inside joke. With its fleshy snout sticking out like a pig's nose, this oddball swimmer doesn't look like any other turtle you've seen. Also called the fly river turtle, it's a master of underwater life. Its flipper-like limbs power it through rivers and lagoons in northern Australia and southern New Guinea. While the piggy nose might steal the spotlight, it's also a survival tool, allowing the turtle to breathe at the surface while the rest of its body stays safely submerged. Now, what's even cooler is that these turtles can absorb oxygen through specialized tissues in their throats while underwater, meaning they don't need to surface often. They're strong, fast swimmers, using their powerful forelimbs for bursts of speed when predators are lurking. Sadly, habitat destruction and illegal hunting have put pressure on their populations. Still, if you ever catch a glimpse of one gliding through the water, you'll know you're seeing one of Mother Nature's true oddballs, and a surprisingly graceful one at that. Number 14. Spiny turtle. In the rainforests of Southeast Asia, there's a freshwater turtle that's hard to mistake, the spiny turtle. When they're young, their shells are sharp and jagged, looking almost like little armored tanks crawling through the jungle. Over time, though, those dramatic spikes wear down, smoothing into something a little less fierce. Spiny turtles are built for life in hilly areas near streams, and they've got the right tools for it. Long necks, flat bodies, and strong webbed feet. These traits turn them into speedy swimmers when they need to chase down a meal. Mostly carnivorous, they help balance the food chain by keeping populations of smaller creatures in check. Unfortunately, human appetites have caught up with them too. Considered a delicacy in some regions, spiny turtles face heavy hunting pressure, and their numbers are steadily falling. Without serious conservation efforts, these rugged little survivors could disappear before future generations even get a chance to taste them. Well, sorry, marvel at them. Number 13. Alligator snapping turtle. The name says everything about this beast. The alligator snapping turtle looks like a creature from a prehistoric horror story. With its spiked shell and dinosaur-like face, it's a powerhouse lurking in North America's freshwater rivers and lakes. Although they have a super terrifying appearance, they're generally not aggressive toward humans unless provoked, which, trust me, you don't want to do. These tanks can stay underwater for up to 50 minutes, lying perfectly still, blending with the riverbed, and waiting for prey to wander too close. And if you think you're tough, know this. Their bite packs a crushing 1,000 pounds of force, enough to snap bones clean. They're masters of patience, using a worm-like appendage on their tongue to lure unsuspecting fish straight into their jaws. Even though they seem scary, alligator snappers would rather be left alone than pick a fight. Now, the best advice is that if you stumble into their territory, just quietly back away and let these ancient warriors go about their business. Number 12. Radiated tortoise. Madagascar's radiated tortoise isn't just another pretty face, though it absolutely could win a beauty pageant among reptiles. Its shell features a mind-blowing pattern of star-shaped yellow markings that practically glow against a dark background. Native to the southern parts of Madagascar, these tortoises were once a common sight wandering through dry brushlands and thorn forests. Today, however, seeing one in the wild is becoming rarer. Overhunting for the illegal pet trade and habitat destruction have made them critically endangered. In the wild, they munch mostly on grasses, fruits, and succulent plants, thriving in dry environments where other creatures might struggle. Radiated tortoises can grow to about 16 inches long and tip the scales at 35 pounds, but it's really their vibrant, detailed shells that steal the show. Conservation efforts, including reintroduction programs on nearby islands like Reunion, offer a sliver of hope that future generations might still witness these natural works of art in their home environment. Number 11. Leatherback sea turtle. When you picture a sea turtle, you probably imagine a hard-shelled tank gliding through the ocean. While we're not saying you're wrong, the leatherback sea turtle, though, rewrites that whole image. Instead of a traditional hard shell, it's wrapped in a thick, leathery skin reinforced by tiny bony plates, strong enough to survive the open seas, but flexible enough to adapt. Leatherbacks are giants too, cruising through waters from Alaska to South Africa. But despite their size, they've got incredibly delicate jaws that can only handle soft foods. Jellyfish are their main menu item, a weird choice considering jellyfish are basically water balloons with no real nutrition. Somehow, leatherbacks make it work, thriving on a diet that seems laughably flimsy. These turtles are built for the open ocean, designed to go where few others can. They're fast swimmers, deep divers, and survivors in a constantly shifting marine world. But threats like humans and plastic pollution are closing in fast, making their future anything but guaranteed. Number 10. Roti Island snake-necked turtle. The Roti Island snake-necked turtle isn't just rare, it's practically a living relic fighting for survival. Native to just a few tiny locations like Roti Island in Indonesia, these turtles are instantly recognizable by their crazy long necks, so long that they can't even pull them inside their shells like other turtles do. Instead, they cleverly tuck their necks sideways under their shells. Sadly, these creatures have been pushed to the brink by the illegal pet trade. Their unique looks made them highly desirable for collectors, but their small habitat range leaves them incredibly vulnerable. Conservationists are racing against time with captive breeding programs to keep the species from vanishing altogether. In the wild, they once stretched across parts of Australia, New Guinea, and Indonesia, but today, their future hangs by a thread. For now, the snake-necked turtle stands as a reminder that beauty can sometimes be a species' biggest curse. And let's be real, these cuties look super beautiful, aren't they? Just look at them. Number 9. Asian giant softshell turtle. There's something almost ghost-like about the Asian giant softshell turtle. Broad, flat, and olive-colored, they lurk half-buried in riverbeds, often invisible except for a flicker of movement. Their small eyes sit close to the tip of their snout, giving them a slightly eerie look, like a shadow blending into the sand. Known also as Cantor's softshell turtle, they can grow surprisingly large, with records showing individuals weighing up to 220 pounds. Despite myths about 6-foot monsters, reality pegs their maximum length closer to 4.5 feet. Most of their lives are spent buried beneath the river bottom, surfacing only twice a day to breathe. As ambush predators, they wait for mollusks, fish, or crustaceans to come within reach. It's a low-energy, stealth-driven lifestyle. With so much mystery surrounding them, and so few sightings in the wild, they're a quiet reminder that even today, parts of nature still slip beyond our everyday understanding. Number 8. Yellow blotched map turtle. Sunbathing is practically a full-time job for the yellow blotched map turtle. Found mainly along parts of the Pascagoula River system in Mississippi, these turtles balance between water and land with easy grace. Their light brown shells are decorated with striking yellow or orange blotches, making them stand out against the murky riverbanks. Males are smaller, sporting long front claws that look oddly like they've been to a very niche manicure appointment. During the heat of the day, these turtles haul themselves onto fallen logs to bask in the sun, ready to slip back into the water at the first hint of trouble. While males tend to shy away and retreat into their shells, the females are more likely to snap at intruders. This built-in sass serves them well, given the growing threats from habitat destruction and water pollution. Despite their laid-back appearance, the yellow-blotched map turtle plays an essential role in keeping river ecosystems healthy and balanced. Number 7. Diamondback terrapin. In the salt marshes stretching from Cape Cod down to Texas, the diamondback terrapin makes its home, named for the diamond-shaped patterns on its shell. This species holds a special place among North America's turtles. Males have dark patches near their upper jaws, giving them the appearance of sporting tiny mustaches, a detail that adds to their undeniable charm. Though they sometimes wander into open waters, they aren't built for full-on ocean life and need brackish environments where freshwater and saltwater mix. Terrapins spend most of their lives swimming and basking, but head to sandy beaches during breeding season to lay their eggs. Group gatherings during springtime bring dozens together in shallow bays, making for a lively, splashy spectacle. Their habitat preference, marshes, estuaries, and tidal creeks, puts them at risk as these areas shrink under urban pressure. Protecting these charismatic and beautiful turtles means protecting some of the most vital coastal ecosystems on the continent. Number 6. African pancake tortoise. Not every tortoise is built like a walking fortress. The African pancake tortoise flips expectations with its weirdly thin, flexible shell. Unlike its chunkier cousins, this tortoise relies on speed, agility, and a little bit of trickery to stay alive. Found among rocky hillsides in East Africa, mainly in Kenya, Tanzania, and Zimbabwe, it squeezes into narrow crevices where predators can't follow. Weighing in at just about 7 inches long, it's still surprisingly quick on its feet, darting between rocks when it needs to escape. And while most tortoises rely on brute shell strength, the pancake tortoise bets everything on flexibility and camouflage. In the wild, it spends its days hidden among dry grasses and rocky outcroppings, nibbling on succulents and seeds when it can. Despite being small and seemingly fragile, this tortoise has carved out a perfect little niche for itself, though habitat loss and collection for the pet trade now threaten to flatten their chances for good. And you won't believe it, some people actually eat them for rare diseases. Number 5. Matamada turtle. The Matamada turtle is truly one of South America's weirdest creatures. This bizarre reptile rocks a knobby, gnarled shell and a head that looks more like a squashed pancake than anything you'd find on a typical turtle. Its wide, flattened face, long snorkel-like snout, and fleshy flaps give it an otherworldly vibe, almost like something straight out of a fantasy game. The Matamada doesn't have great eyesight, but it doesn't need it. Those weird flaps on its neck are super sensitive to water movements, letting it detect nearby prey or lurking predators. It spends most of its time submerged, barely moving, blending right into the muddy riverbeds it calls home. The Matamada uses its long snout as a built-in snorkel, poking it above the water while keeping the rest of its oddball body hidden. If you ever cross paths with one, maybe keep your jokes to yourself. Thanks to their incredible hearing, they'll catch every word you say, even the rude ones. Number 4. Indian roofed turtle. Well, just look at this beauty. From the rivers of India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh comes a turtle that refuses to blend in, the Indian roofed turtle. Its shell features a distinctive raised ridge, giving it a peak that looks, depending on who you ask, either like a roof or a pointy mountain. It's a detail that makes this freshwater turtle stand apart from others that favor flatter designs. Indian roofed turtles prefer quieter waterways, streams, canals, and ponds, where they can sunbathe and forage with minimal disruption. Despite the quirky roof-like shape, they are surprisingly agile in the water. Their diet is mostly aquatic plants and small invertebrates, with the occasional treat when opportunity strikes. They're naturally shy around people, slipping into the water at the first hint of danger. But they play an important role in maintaining healthy river systems, contributing to both plant and insect population control. Keeping their habitats clean and intact is vital if these quietly resilient turtles are going to keep thriving. Now let's head over to number 3. Bigheaded turtle. Some creatures wear their quirks proudly, and the big-headed turtle is one of them. Found across parts of Southeast Asia, this turtle's defining feature is impossible to miss, an oversized head so large it can't be retracted into its shell. Instead of hiding, it relies on heavy, armored skull plates and a rock-hard beak for defense. Unlike most turtles, swimming isn't its strong suit. Big-headed turtles are surprisingly good climbers, using strong claws and even their beaks to scale rocky riverbeds and waterfalls. Their tails are unusually long too, helping with balance in fast-moving water. They prefer cool, clear mountain streams where they can cling to rocks and forage for insects and small fish. Sadly, habitat loss and illegal pet trade pressures have pushed their numbers downward, landing them on the endangered species list. Despite all that, the big-headed turtle carries on, stubborn, tough, and utterly unlike any other turtle in the world. Number 2. Anganoka tortoise. The Anganoka tortoise, found only in Madagascar, carries the heavy title of being one of the world's rarest tortoises. With only a few hundred individuals believed to remain in the world, their future hangs by a thread. Smugglers hunting for exotic pets have devastated populations, and wild predators like bush pigs don't make things any easier by feasting on their eggs and hatchlings. Also known as the plowshare tortoise, these animals have beautifully shaped shells with subtle raised ridges that resemble a plow blade, the tool that inspired their name. Their defense mechanisms are classic tortoise. When danger looms, they retreat inside their shells and hope for the best. Their diet mainly consists of grasses, shrubs, and bamboo leaves, though they've been known to eat dried bush pig droppings, a somewhat gross but nutrient-rich snack. With a fragile existence teetering on the brink, urgent conservation efforts remain the only hope of preserving this super-duper incredibly rare and fascinating species. Number 1. Indian flapshell turtle. Across the wetlands of South Asia, the Indian flapshell turtle has adapted in some pretty fascinating ways. Its defining feature: flexible skin flaps that cover its limbs when it pulls them inside its shell, offering extra protection against predators and poachers. Found throughout India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Bangladesh, these turtles are built for shallow, muddy habitats, and they're not picky. You'll find them lounging in everything from clean rivers to stagnant, mucky ponds. Unfortunately, their meat is considered a delicacy in some regions, and rumors of its aphrodisiac properties have led to widespread hunting. Despite these pressures, the flapshell turtle remains a clever survivor. Their mating rituals are peculiar. A male will gently stroke the female's shell, and after some awkward nodding and dragging behavior, courtship is complete. In a region packed with turtle species, the flapshell's unique design and resilience have kept it thriving, but habitat loss and human demand continue to test their survival. What do you think about this turtle and the others we've talked about? Well, let us know your thoughts in the comment below. And we really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.